often that's sort of personally that I've noticed. So when you hear something that someone's like factually said that's not true, it's you often like sort of say that person's lying, or for example, just sort of jump to these sort of assumed bad faith sort of positions on people. Do you think that could also have a negative impact, especially when you're trying to debate? Because I remember in the Blaire White one, you told her that she was lying, and I think she was taking offense to that sort of thing. Because from her position, she didn't believe she was lying; she was just wrong. So do you
I don't
think?
know if she believed she was lying. I never really, I can't tell. I know that in the past I've made arguments in bad faith. I know what it feels like to be really emotionally invested in an argument, to not really know how to express it properly, but to care about it so deeply you can't accept the idea of being of acquiescing. I think there's a fine balance here. There is a benefit to being very patient and accepting and accommodating of people's viewpoints if you feel they're being dishonest, because it can kind of like reel people in with the sugar, before you smack them. But at the same time, in certain circles, I think that there's a tremendous value to strength rather than just pure reason as an approach. For instance, if I'm arguing with a Nazi, like full blown Nazi, swastikas, blah blah, Jewish question, these people cannot be reasoned with. It's not possible. But what you can do is show other Nazis watching that they're weak. They're weak and stupid, and they look fools when they try to argue against my much better, much bigger brain points. Being nice to them accomplishes nothing. Being strong does more. And I feel like with the Blaire White debate, if I could go back, I would have been a little bit calmer with that. Because I don't think that her audience is that far gone, generally speaking. But no, I agree. It's a hard balance to hit.
Because it's like, obviously, like when you're dealing, like, because when I watched the, what's it called? The Ralph Retort, and you're dealing,
Christ,
that
yeah.
was, and it puts Australians like myself to shame, especially 90% of the time whenever I hear Australian on live streams, they're often racist, but...
Yeah. Listen, I've been down there. I've been to Sydney. It's a beautiful country, okay? In the right places. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I think what you touched on there, it's like trying to find that balance between sort of like when you just flat out like gun someone down versus trying to find that middle ground of like, are these people actually working in good faith or bad faith? Like, it's really hard to tell sometimes.
I tend to default to the assumption that they're either acting in bad faith or they don't know they're acting in bad faith. I have yet to encounter a single reactionary or generally right-leaning person who could survive having more than a few probing questions thrown their way before crumbling into either like ad homs or deliberately bad faith rhetorical tactics. So yeah, I will admit I have a very low opinion of them, generally speaking. Maybe that'll come back to bite me in the ass in the future. But for right now, I feel like I'm seeing positive results. There are a lot of people who email me and they're like, "Hey, I was like a reactionary on the alt right for a while, and then I saw this, and I hated you at first, but then like slowly you kind of like moved me out of the pipeline." I get emails like that. They make me feel really good.